Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. With this spot, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 2060 6GB model in Gray Zone Warfare. This one is the Palit version of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Ups GPU-Z, and again, it's the 6GB version of it, not the 12GB. And over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 9 7950X3D with half of its cores disabled to avoid CPU bottlenecks, and it's basically the same as the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. Finally, on the memory tab, we're using 32GB of DDR5 6000MHz RAM in dual channel, and let's get right into it, shall we? And here we have it, guys. The textures are looking absolutely terrible, but that's because we are playing the game at 1080p resolution using the lowest settings right now and DLAA. This sharpens the image a little bit. It's just the anti-aliasing from DLSS. It's still running at native resolution. Okay, here we have it, guys. Lowest settings at 1080p resolution is getting us 30-ish frames per second. That is absolutely terrible. We still got DLSS, okay, we can use it on quality, for example. It looks a lot softer if we use it, but I mean, with the 2060, we might need to do it. Oh my god, look at those textures, dude. That's absolutely terrible. They didn't improve coming into the game, you know. Look at my arm as well, my gloves. Ugh. How terrible is that? Look at my gloves right now with the knife. Oh my god. Dude, that is awful. I'm gonna start counting our FPS here. I have already played for a little bit with the 2060 to load in some shaders and so on, compile them because this game does it on the fly. And with the RTX 4070 that I tested earlier today, well, that was stuttering a lot, and it wasn't really enjoyable because of the shader compilation, at least for like the first 3 to 4 minutes of gameplay. It doesn't really drop from 30, at least it hasn't already, but this doesn't feel good, guys. Okay. I mean, it could be playable. Oh boy, there we go. Shader compilation stuff again. Yeah, it took a little longer for it to happen because we went far away here. The game runs poorly. It's no surprise, so I'm just gonna keep on going, guys. Okay. If the 1% lows are bad, it's just because the game has those huge stops here and there. It's terrible. Anyway, over here is YBL1. Alright, I'm hearing some enemies in this direction, actually. So we probably need to fight them here, yes, and liberate this area, maybe. Oh my god, look at that! Whoa! 20 FPS! No way, looking in this direction, everything is fine, but looking back... Holy crap, dude! Why is it so bad right here? I don't get it, like... Is it because we are seeing the middle of the map from here? Like, we're pointing in the direction of the middle of the map. Maybe because of that, it's rendering things that it shouldn't be rendering because the game is not well optimized. And, well, is the end result. It drops to 19 frames per second. This is probably why they recommend a 2060 Super, which is much stronger than this one, or even the RTX 4060 as the minimum requirements GPUs. They've updated that, and now those are the minimum requirements GPUs, as well as GTX 1080. So maybe you just require some 8GB card to play it properly. 6GB isn't really enough. Oh, this is a friendly guy. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. Okay, all right, let's go grab you some weapons. All right, we need to find an enemy and kill him. Oh, it's gonna be super hard with 20 FPS. Seriously, man, it's completely unacceptable that a 2060 is doing this, dude. Like, it should be doing so much better. All right, hello, what is happening here? Is there an enemy guy there? No, buddy. He died! Where is the enemy guy? Inside of the bush? I don't get it. Oh my god, 19 FPS. 19 FPS. You gotta be kidding me. How is this so terrible? I don't get it. Ugh. Also, textures literally everywhere look like complete crap. Aside from like the foliage textures. Those look pretty good still, but what is going on with gaming these days? A 2060 is dropping from 20 frames per second. At least in the area that I tested to load the shaders and compile them, it wasn't this bad, guys. Okay, let's do quality DLSS. Maybe it's gonna be better this way. Well, disconnected from server. Great stuff. Thank you, game. Come on. Oh, at least I didn't lose my things. Good stuff. I still have my AK-47 right here. All right, DLSS quality testing right now, 40 frames per second around here. So it seems like we gained about 10 FPS-ish. On average, maybe. It feels a little bit smoother for sure. It looks quite a bit softer, but, you know, maybe on a smaller monitor, 1080p, 24-inch monitor, for example, it's gonna look okay with the DLSS. I'm just using a really big monitor right here, so it doesn't look anything special, honestly. Okay, let's try to go to the big city up ahead. All right, my boys are using a lot of choppers right now. There's an enemy guy right there. There we go, he's dead. Okay, what do you have for me, buddy? Let me grab some things. Do I prefer this weapon to the AK? You know what? We're doing pretty well with the AK, I think. Let me just grab this. Another interesting thing, by the way. If you use these earmuffs... Hear that? Crazy, right? I really like that for some reason. Those textures are definitely off-putting, right? This is kind of like, what, Team Fortress 2 textures at this point. That's a 2007 game with a different art style, you know? It's not going for a realistic look at all, and this is kind of starting to look like that because of the lowest settings. Absolutely crazy, right? Hello? Okay, he's dead. Damn. Almost didn't see him. Alright, at least on the low settings with DLSS quality, it seems like it's doing a good job. It's not dropping a ton of frames like we saw it previously. But again, I'm not in the same place as where we saw a ton of FPS drops. That was around there, yeah? There's no way I'm gonna go there. By foot at least. So, unfortunately, we can't really compare it to what we were seeing previously. But we can go to the big city over here, which... I mean, sounds like it's more intensive than just the YBL1 area or whatever that is. So maybe we're going to see some FPS drops over there as well. I think I hear some enemies over here. Be careful. Oh boy. Oh, there's one there. He's dead. Oh boy. Come on. Dead. Let's go. Okay. A little bit scared. Somebody was still shooting at us, I think. But there's one. Okay, there we go. All good. You know, I really like the realistic aspect of this game, actually. Not gonna lie. Makes me be a little bit more careful in my gameplay. Usually I just run around like a prick, you know. You can't really do that here. Alright, we're good. Got a lot of bullets here for the AK. You can start things horizontally. I didn't even know about that. Interesting, right? Alright. So lots of shots in that direction. I don't think... Oh my god, what the hell? What is going on? I'm scared, guys. I don't want to move out of here, actually. I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. Come on. All good? Yes? You need to be really careful, and you need to pay a lot of attention to moving things. That's shader compilation, by the way. Because, again, with DLSS quality at 1080p, it doesn't look amazing. So you will be... It will be hard to spot people. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if that was a friendly guy, actually. It could have been. No, I don't think so. I hear them. There's one there. Nice. Oh boy, how many bullets do I have left? 10. Gonna reload. It's better safe than sorry, right? More shots in that direction. Don't see anyone. Keep on going here. So it is playable after all. Oh my god, that's server related. Well, it was shaded compilation and server. Jesus, how many bullets do you take to die? Oh boy. There's another one really far away. Gonna reload. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm scared because I hear shots in that direction as well. Come on. 2 of them right there. Are those friendly? No. Whoa, what happened there? Come on! Come on, you bastards! It's really hard to shoot them like this. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna go this way. Oh, hello. Oh, damn. Okay. It was bound to happen, my friends. But as you could see, it was definitely playable, right? What happened now? Okay, just loading things. Definitely playable here with DLSS on low settings. Not ideal though, because the graphics are really crappy, and I mean 6 GB of VRAM should be more than enough for these textures. A 2 GB card should be able to load these textures, right? These look like crap, honestly. They look like low settings textures in CS Source. It's what I remember it looking like. Obviously, we have way more advanced lighting and so on, and a lot more details in terms of foliage and stuff like that, right? It feels more full in a game like that, but it sucks. It sucks to see 6 GB not being enough for these textures. Come on, developers, fix this. I also tried this with the texture resolution set to high, by the way, for a little bit. It doesn't make a difference whatsoever. I think the 2060s just capped out VRAM-wise, and I did restart the game with the high textures as well, just to make sure that it fully applied, but it's exactly the same. I think it dynamically adjusts texture resolution given how much VRAM you have in this game, and well, 6 GB just ain't enough, unfortunately. I'm gonna get out, restart, just so you know again, and take a look at it with high textures. Over here, it's applied now, it looks good, but if I go back into it, it's gonna look like crap still. There we go, just loaded into it. Textures are still the same as we saw at 1080p low textures. This is high textures, guys, supposedly. It's not really, because the 2060 can't really handle it. It can't really load it, as you know already, but yeah. I also tried waiting a really long time with the high textures enabled over in this area, just looking down at the road right here. I stood there for like 5 minutes waiting for the textures to load, and they didn't load. So this is it. You can't really play with more than low textures on a 6 GB card in this game. That's absolutely terrible. Like, the gloves, man. Look at the freaking gloves, right? Come on. Okay, I'm gonna end the deployment, go back to low textures, because it might give us a few more FPS, you know? It doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead, do this, low. And now I'm gonna use FSR with frame generation, because, well, we can't use frame generation with DLSS. As you saw over here, DLSS Quality frame generation is grayed out because that's only possible on RTX 40 series GPUs. But, well, thankfully, maybe, with FSR, we have the option to enable frame generation there. I'm going to start with native resolution and frame generation on top of it, because this FSR implementation in this game is extremely blocky and noisy and pixelated. I don't like it. So hopefully we won't need to enable quality FSR. Here we have it. Now the gloves actually loaded a little bit better. Look at that. What the hell? What happened? Oh, no, they're gone. Come on, mate. As soon as you need to load in more textures, it runs out of VRAM. It starts swapping things into the RAM. It doesn't do a good job at it either. And, well, this is the end result. Now, with frame generation getting around 60 frames per second, the input lag is about the same as 30 FPS native, and it feels pretty crappy, guys. Although frame generation is doing a pretty good job in terms of graphical fidelity, it looks pretty decent, kind of the same as native resolution, really. Yeah, the actual input lag will make it so it's a worse experience than it was with 40-ish FPS with the DLSS Quality. Damn it. I'm so sorry, buddy. Ugh, I broke my legs almost. God damn it. Now we're limping around, as you can see. Ugh. I need to die and go back to it and not jump over there again. So as I usually say, for you to have an enjoyable experience with frame generation in this title, you actually need like 75 plus FPS all of the time. And that's because this is a slower paced shooter. If it was a fast paced shooting game, it would be like 120 plus FPS with frame generation. Not even then, honestly. Like, in competitive shooters, you shouldn't enable frame generation even at like 200 FPS. I've tested it in the finals as well, which is a very fast-paced competitive shooter, right? And with 200 FPS and frame generation, I still could feel a little reduction in input lag. Not to the point where it would hurt my performance, you know, my aiming ability and so on, but it's there. So in an extreme competitive scenario, you will notice the difference in input lag. But in this game, I would be totally fine with frame generation at 75 plus, because it still feels snappy, especially with the Nvidia reflex enabled. And I mean, it makes for a smoother experience, also with smoother frame time graph. If you notice, the frame time graph is a lot flatter than it was previously, with a lot of stuttering issues. So that's another plus of the frame generation. It usually helps with stuttering as well. Not the bigger ones. The bigger stutters will still be there, like that one right there. But mostly it's gonna feel way smoother. But since the input lag is about like 30 FPS, it doesn't feel good, okay? So we will need to utilize some quality FSR at the same time. And now it's actually getting 70 plus frames per second. It's looking really blocky, especially around the knife. If you take a look at it close, yeah, it's very, very pixelated sometimes. You can get by with this, honestly. Like, doesn't look completely terrible probably on a small 1080p monitor at 24 inches, for example. Who is fighting people over there? I kind of want to see a dead enemy so I can grab a weapon off of him. Or maybe we could go grab our things from our body, right? I don't know where I died though. But hey guys, at least if you want 60 plus FPS all of the time, it's going to be possible. Oh my god, yeah, shader compilation issues right now. It will be possible, and server issues at the same time, Jesus. With the RTX 2060, it's just frame generated 60 FPS, which doesn't really feel as snappy again. Oh boy. Oh boy, thank god they didn't really see us. Oh, this is where I died, right? I don't think my body is here anymore though. That's a shame. Yeah, this is exactly where I died. I was shooting the other guys over there, but my body disappeared already. My god, can you stop stuttering? Stop freaking compiling the shaders. I mean, it needs to compile the shaders, obviously, but why not have it done before you get to the game? Come on, developers, please. They said that they are looking into optimizing the game, and their focus is now on optimization, so that's great. But come on, start with the shader compilation, please. What the hell? Everything was so dark right there for a second. This is unplayable now, come on. Oh boy. Jesus. Ooh, what the hell? Look at that. That's an issue with frame generation, isn't it? I think so. It didn't know what to generate, you know? Oh boy, there's a guy right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay. Yeah, when things get really, really dark, it just doesn't know what to generate. It's kind of weird. There's that body right there. And another one right there. I think we can do this. We can grab the weapon off of this one. Yeah, oh, this is a crappy weapon. Okay. I don't care, though. Good enough for me. Let's go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hello? Friendly, right? Yeah, these are friendly. Hello. No, buddy. Don't waste your ammo. Alright, I think that's been it for this one. It's now dropping into the 50s for some reason. Maybe this area is even more intensive than it was previously. Maybe it just ran out of VRAM by a lot already and it just can't keep up anymore. The server is also not helping with extreme lag. Oh my god, and the shader compilation just doesn't stop. So I will stop. This was fun while the smoothness lasted, okay? But now that it's constantly stuttering and loading in more things and lagging because of the server, it's not fun anymore. It's not in a good state, guys. This game, yeah, look at that. I mean, every 5 seconds it needs to compilate something, or maybe it's the server. Again, I'm not even sure if it needs to compilate that much stuff, right? Because it seems like too much. Come on. I really think that some of those huge stutters are server related, especially when some lag occurs after them, because sometimes you'll have the stutters happen and no lag, but other times it will lag a lot. It's not in a good state again. Catch you in the next one very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.